welcome to Kachai with Lucky for yet another interesting conversation and a much needed conversation. That is managing expectations in your relationship. People go in expecting a hell lot from their partners. How do you manage that? Of course, Mabu Mariam is ready. And Brian Semanda, who is a sex therapist and giving us, of course, a man's perspective. Muli bulungi?
Life is beautiful.
Let's get into it. Most of us get into relationships with our expectations. And especially the ones who get to a point of commitment where you enter into a marriage expecting things to be the way they were when you were dating. How do you manage that? Because the mail we are receiving, Maria, most of them are like, he used to do this for me. He doesn't do it anymore. Does he love me or he doesn't love me anymore? How come he used to do it then, but he's not doing it now? Does he love me still? Is the question that most, especially women, ask themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I have seen a lot of people confusing the two things, responsibility and love. Women tend to take their love for doing them things. But then men have a code of responsibility. Lucky, I know you have children now, you need a car. You need a car, that's responsibility. But then I know you don't need a movie out every weekend because you have children now, but I know you need a car, that's responsibility. So most women, when they figure out that, okay, when we just got married 1 month, 1 year into the marriage, every weekend was a day out. I mean, sometimes you surprise me with a day. Sometimes I'll be at a posh, do your hair. Now I'm thinking about things differently. You have kids coming in. You're pregnant probably. I'm looking at a maternity package, stuff like that. Responsibility.
Your goals, things have shifted from where you thought they should be.
Men have a financial clock in everything they do. Not you guys. Oh, time has come. I'm aging. I need to be sassy. For him is looking at his financial code. You see. So responsibility and love are confused lately in expectation.
Mariam, would you say that women are really we expect too much?
Really?
I think what happens is, like you said, confusion. There's also confusion about expectation and love.
Yes.
Right.
Someone not providing something that they were doing before doesn't mean they love you any less.
Exactly.
The truth, the reality of the matter is that once you commit and start a relationship, start a marriage, start living together, things change. Now, our mindset has to adjust to change. Unfortunately, because we don't adjust to the change, we don't accept that now there are responsibilities, so we expect the other person to be as they were before, which is not the case.
Exactly.
And then also other factors may come in. Things may change. For example, if I lost my job, you get what I'm saying? Probably my man was the one doing 100%, and now there's no more job. And yet now we have responsibility. We are married. We are living together. What do you want to bring to the table? Do you want to actually stress this person, abuse them about being jobless and stuff? It's not going to whatever anything. You get what I'm saying? And what if he gets another job that is less paying than the previous one?
Then you have to cut down.
Meaning you have to cut down. So we have to be realistic that things will change.
Right.
As long as you're not realistic, you're going to expect this.
Yeah, you know what I think though, is that relationships have stages and people need to acknowledge that there's a courtship stage where if Brian is trying to get me, he's going to do everything he can
He'll even borrow money.
and really he should, because it's a stage of courtship. Movies, dinners and
impressing,
and then we get to a stage of, okay, now we know each other, we are going to get married. Again, priorities will shift. Maybe we'll be now looking at our wedding. How do we make it happen, right? So now you're done with the wedding. Real life is kicking in. Real life means more responsibility. Now you start looking at each other as one. Before you were courting each other, now you're one person. Meaning that you have to start thinking about development. Problem comes, men especially do not communicate this. You just think that every woman will get it, that you're supposed to help your man grow. Some women need a little bit of
a push.
You need to talk that, honey, you're the man, you're the head. Be the head. Tell her, right now what we are doing, we're going to work maybe towards building a home.
Yeah.
This is how we are going to get to our home. I will not have time or money. We may not have money for the things, the holidays that we used to go to. Let's save the holiday money. Instead of having it 4 times a year, we'll do maybe once in 2 years or once in 1 year. So that I think at the end of the day, communication also plays a big part in managing expectations.
You see, expectations have left people stay. I mean, people date longer than they stay married.
Right.
We date for 5 years or so, and you get married 1 month, you don't want to be anymore there.
Yeah, because things are real.
Yeah, the reality has kicked in.
See,
Life is real now.
There's a girl who came to me, Brian. When I was getting married to this guy, everything seemed like cool. He was wealthy, like they come from a very
wealthy family. Yes.
But time came when she expected a smooth, beautiful outing, because
wow.
they are wealthy.
Yeah.
Now, time comes and she goes like, Brian, I have to explain to him why I need the money to even shop at home. Like shopping for what we eat.
Wow.
The guy is
Okay.
such a stingy man, but
Right.
he has a lot of money. Brian, I want out. Like, you want out because of the money problems?
Stingy can
This
be an
guy,
issue.
this guy is actually not stingy, but he's, how can I say? He's
A
more
miser.
He's a miser in a
Yes,
certain way.
he's a miser.
Like he asks you, even the 10K change or whatever it is, he wants it back. But when they were
But it's
dating,
not your money. Give him his change.
when they were dating, he was
Yeah.
the sweetest. He would splash, but now they're married.
It's what Lucky said, courtship.
Courtship is different.
People
from
stay
real life.
married. People stay married less than they stay, dating. So this is what we do. When you're managing expectations, I tell people is whatever you cannot do yourself, don't expect another person to do.
Right.
I mean, women have a tendency. See, I used to be a very clean man before I got somebody. But when this person came into my house, man, I become
Lazy.
But I was a clean
Because-
man.
yeah.
And then she was like, what happened to you? Like, you happened. But the thing is, women don't understand that as men, we are hunters. The energy I use while chasing this kudu, it's not the same energy I use when I have got it down. It's down there. I can actually chill. It's down.
Finally, you look
Oh,
for
how
another
bad I-
place to hunt.
Not really hunting.
please.
but
No, you
figure
won.
out.
Yeah.
Figure out how am I going to cut it now? How am I going to serve it? How am I going? Do I need help? Do I need to call people that it's big enough for me? So the thing is, women don't understand that me as a hunter, I have a stage in every form.
Right.
So the stages is what confuses many people. Women come and say, you know what, Brian, I don't understand this guy. I think he has women out there. Maybe the guy has no women out there. Like I told you earlier, you people, you'll be looking at your biological clock. I need babies. I need to, time is flying.
Right.
Me, I'm looking, I'm 40. No, I'm still renting. I'm 40. I mean, I don't have
I
a
don't
good
have
car.
a house.
So
I
the
don't
thing
have,
is, managing expectations has killed many would have been beautiful
relationships. Yes.
Because people don't understand that how we grow up, the expectations are going to, even people like
You need
at
to
a
tone them
national level,
down.
but
You need
even
to
at
tone them.
national level, not just a family, at national level, they have projections. The projections are either hit by disaster, either hit by what we didn't say. Now, in a relationship kind of court, where we have this all kind of expectation because of what I am, some people look at you, who is on screen every other day, like, if I marry that woman, life will be different. Now they marry you, and you are just another two-legged someone with another woman. So the thing is, expectation should not be. We should not categorize people because of who they are. Let us mirror ourselves. In therapy, we call it mirroring. Whatever Babu, I want Babu to do, can I do? Whatever. See, you come to me. I'm a certain age. You want a big car. You don't have a car, but you expect a car from me. You don't have a certain way. You see, we are in the same lifestyle, so expectations must be toned to what you can be.
But then also, I think in the end, you have to be able to do things on your own.
On your own.
What do you bring to the table?
Yes.
Most of us ask us, and the most mail that I get is from women saying, he used to give me money, now he doesn't. Because guess what? He pays for everything in the home.
Yeah.
He is trained. Ata also thinking about your hair once a week is going to be very difficult for him. So instead of once in a week, he might give you once in a month.
Yeah.
So while you wait for him to give you once in a month, what are you doing for it? Why are you asking men for money to do
All
your
the
hair?
time.
Like, I've never really understood that bit. I don't ask money for salon.
There's also
important
something
when he does. When he
there's
does
something
without
that Brian
you pushing
mentioned
him.
about the stingy man.
Yes.
Let me tell you, just like when you enter the relationship, things change. Even
Right.
behaviors change.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now, if you don't
There is-
understand, there are things that come out when you start settling with someone, when you start living with someone.
Behavior has not changed. Now they are showing
They are
you
showing
who
you
they are.
the
People
real them.
change.
Yes.
The real them.
Yeah.
Okay, the real them, yeah.
Yeah.
So this person who used to give you money all the time, now you're in the relationship, they
What
want
is
to
it
know
for?
why you're shopping. But you need to learn to talk to your partners. Why are you shopping?
Communication.
Yeah, when I buy the food, do I serve only my side? Like, you know, I
Exactly.
mean, you just have to learn to talk to your people. Because if he's asking you about why you're shopping and you're living together, some of these things,
Why does he expect food is going to-
Exactly.
is it just going to land?
Is the food going to land? Is it going to cook itself? Is it,
know?
I mean, there's
The other day, I was-
many
I
men
was-
pretend that they don't understand some things.
They do understand.
Beugulaza.
Beugulaza, thank
There-
you.
there's this-
Beugulaza. As women, we need to constantly talk to them
Remind
because
you.
there's no way you can come and ask me why I'm shopping.
Like,
Really?
why?
I mean, there's this bridal shower I was doing, and I was telling these young girls that the mistake a lot of young girls are doing is getting men who have things. Don't get a man who has a lot of things. Get a man who gives whatever they have. See, a lot of people
Can be like a 5K, but he
but he has
divides
given.
it into two and gives you
I know people who are like
2,500.
that guy is wealthy, but getting chukumi from him.
Do you see the other mail that I put? The other mail that I put.
He can ask you
The woman was
questions.
complaining.
So the thing is, young women, the expectations, you date this guy, fancy car, fancy house, and you expect like, oh, I'm going to live a life.
I want to be rich.
Man, you get there, and the guy actually needs accountability for even just munyo. Yeah, we both saw it just the other day. How come it's not going?
It's his money.
So yeah, it's his money. But the thing is, women expectations, actually, most of the expectations come from the women's side. Because men, we are basic. I love Lucky. I get her in
Your
my house.
expectations, no, are sexual.
Sexual.
Yeah. Your expectations.
They expect
That time I
performance.
was dating you, maybe we were
Performance to
doing
be
it
the
What?
same even
5
after I had
times
a
a-
baby.
a
now,
day.
now I need it whenever I want.
But it's not going to happen like that.
wait,
You see.
okay.
Also,
You
you lower your
expect people to
expectations.
somersault like they used to before they had babies.
Gymnastics
It's
and
not
stuff
going
like
to
that.
No, you have babies. I put on a bit of weight. Now you think the other style of going upwards. I'm going to manage.
Somersaulting is not going to happen.
She used to somersault, but
But
she
you see, there's this one guy who came to me, and I told him, you know, you're being selfish. There were two. Like, Brian, I don't understand. Look at her now. Look at her.
she's given birth to your children.
Meanwhile, she called him cheating. Okay, honoring another woman on set. It was a TV star, by the way. And this guy said, what stops you from looking like her? Look,
Imagine.
imagine.
They're different.
And then this woman has 3 kids. The girl they're comparing has no baby. She's just in a slave life of 3. And I told this guy, be real first. Okay, let me ask you. Is that how you are 25? The guy has a potted belly also.
But is there
But he's
judging?
judging a woman who has got 3 babies.
Lower your expectations
Expectations.
as well, men.
Exactly. You see, women think, I look at a girl thinking everything is going to be cool. You get there, my friend, zero. There's a friend of mine told Brian, I always thought that curvy women are slidey
Yeah,
or whitey
slide.
or whatever
Yeah.
it is. They have a down.
And then he
down
was
that
in
is-
shock.
He got there and it's like Kalangalas. I mean, desert kind of folk. It's like, right.
Maybe he's
don't know.
not bringing it. Did you tell him
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
But
It
that
takes
is-
me to tango, it takes me
Yeah, I know. So expectations are all over. And there's this girl.
You need
There's
to talk to your people.
there's this little, there could be this little tiny girl that you're thinking, small but nothing. Man, and she's flowing. The issue is we have different expectations, but the expectation, if they are physical, we should lower them based on what we understanding.
Yes.
Because you cannot have babies and I start expecting
And then you expect me to
do the same
like
things you
pop.
are doing. I cannot be, for example, I was working. There's a guy who had a wealthy lifestyle. They grew up in a very good family. Time came there, all buildings were taken because of family
Yes,
issues.
so he-
and now this guy is at 0. And this one goes like, Brian,
Sichasobola.
Sichasobola. I was like, okay, but my hard-earned money. The guy comes, but you know why he doesn't have a job? But he previously had. So this sister goes like, Brian, you know what? Me, I've just accepted. I'll take care of my baby's expectations, school fees, but everything to do with him, I am done. But the
And
thing
yet
is-
he used to do things for
he
you.
used to do things for you. So the selfishness of, in this kind of expectations, let us be at a place whereby we have to resonate. Like you must be mature enough that now, Mister, the money he had previously, he had 2 children. Now grades
Therefore,
grades have increased.
He's not going to manage.
Grades have increased. Someone is going to, Tamim is going to a class. I mean, you know,
Things
like,
have-
things have changed. So expectations must be managed to a place of reasoning, not the
Priorities.
Let me tell you
Priorities.
something.
What
This
are
is
the
how I
priorities?
handle expectations.
Yes.
There's a life that I'm used to. I do not expect a man to provide for that life. There are certain things I buy for myself that if I started explaining why I'm spending that much
going to
money
take too much.
on a pair of shoes that probably means nothing to you, I'd rather make my own money and be able to do that. If I'm having 3-4 children, I should be able to take care of those children, me as a person, just in case.
Yeah, just in
the
case
man
things
said,
don't go.
I'm not controlling or anything, but I'm saying that I'm building a life that I would be comfortable myself to provide for myself if my man can. Problem is, women expect their men to do everything, and they can't.
That's the thing.
They
Let
won't.
me tell you. That's what I was telling you.
They won't.
It's not the realistic position that
It's
people.
not.
People think that what it was is what it should,
should be always.
Things are not going
Not
to
yes
happen
and
like
amen.
that. And also that level of independence. It's very important to have that level of independence where you can actually think, okay, if push came to shove, I can do ABCD.
Right.
If you cannot pay the water bill, I can pay. You're using the water as well.
Now, you see,
What is your problem? Do you want to be in darkness? Put your car, even
Put
if it
your
means
car, yes.
5,000. Put it.
see,
Let
how
me tell
about-
you, the era we are
about
in, the
women?
era we are in, women, we need to start
The
changing.
young
Let me
ladies
tell
have
you,
to be
You see,
spoken
we
to.
have to
the
speak to our
problems we have
ladies.
lately is, let us just shift from, this thing of expectation that are financial or physical terms. See, there's expectations that you're not talking about. There's this young man who says, Brian, me, when I got married, I expected everything to be done for me, washing for me, doing everything for me. Like, I just want to be a king. I was told I'm
king,
supposed to be a king in the house.
Is he treating his woman as a
Meanwhile,
queen?
expectations.
No.
I can wash your handies. I don't care. I can wash
But
everything.
it's two-way. If he
two-way
wants
thing.
to be
A
king,
relationship is two-way.
he treating
Now,
her as a queen? Quick
we
question.
have made men that have been told
just laying back
be
and
a king,
thinking-
just be a king. You come back tired.
So that's the problem.
You know, she has a full-time job. You come back tired. Now you go and she has homework for the children. She has stuff to do at home and prepare you a meal. Meanwhile, you're in bed waiting for
Iron your
Oh,
clothes
what
for
is-
next
And
day.
then you're waiting for
for
sex.
kicking, for
Yeah.
kicking. Meanwhile, she came back same time. You're tired. She has prepared kids homework. You're just sleeping like any other. You're on phone or watching.
That's very
There's the way they watch
selfish.
it. So you expect performance in bed at the same level. She was tired. She has worked with. Sometimes actually, I ask my wife, "Are you normal?" Me, whenever she comes, I'm expecting her to hit bed. She's there trying to feed things, cleaning her. Like, I expect you to be in bed. Like it's not as normal as you are. But then expectations must be balanced to a place of letting someone be normal.
Men, stop expecting women to look picture perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The girls or the
In the
people you
pictures.
see in Instagram, those people, they are not real.
They're not real.
Yeah.
For us, we even
These
have
are-
apps where you make your waist smaller and a hip wider. There are those apps. People are using apps for that.
Yeah.
Stop telling your woman, why don't you look like her on TV? Why don't
those are
we've put things we've arranged. Everything looks perfect. We'll probably have another part 2 because this is really a wider topic and there's a lot to discuss and it's a needed conversation. Well, thank you so much. Like they've said, manage your expectations. I mean, your man is your man, but he's also trying because he's a human being. The economy is crazy. There is no way your man is going to be able to do it alone. Women, get up. Come on, work. That's all we had for you on Kachai with Lucky. Again, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like right now, hit subscribe and be part of the family. God bless you. Be kind to one another.